All right, guys, this is SRK Survival, and I'm currently surviving down here at Fort Benning, Georgia. I'm here for the Infantry Basic Officer Leadership course, and I wanted to give a quick overview of my experience so far and what you should expect when you come down here currently to IBOLC. So, things are changing. This is the 5.0 version of the course. The curriculum pretty much changes every cycle. It varies a little bit. So, got my schedule here of it's kind of a 70% solution to what we're doing here at IBOLC. So far I've done things like land nav, basic rifle marksmanship. We did that for 2 weeks. Land navigation's a full week. Platoon weapons, learned about platoon weapons, machine guns, all that stuff. They're going to prep you with all the doctrine beforehand. So the farthest we've gotten is the squad's sticks lanes. But it's very slow going. Week 8, we just started patrols, and really that should have been like week 2, in my personal opinion. But it's a pretty good course. The things you want to do before you come down here. So definitely be physically fit. So the infantry is very physically demanding, if you can believe that. For the Army physical fitness test, the push-ups, setups, the running, you really want to get as high a score as possible, and as close to 300 as you can get. And for the infantry, you want to have that Ranger physical fitness test down pretty good too. So I highly recommend, getting those miles in for the run, the 5-mile run, and be really good at pull-ups. The standard is your palms facing inward. Okay, but if you can do these, get those lats really strong, you're going to be a lot better off. So definitely be physically fit before you come down here. Also, rucking. So that 12-mile ruck march that you Army guys know about. You need to make sure you can ruck with around 65 pounds for 12 miles relatively easily. Okay, because the dry weight of the pack weighs 35 pounds. But with water, and then depending on your cadre, like our cadre, our captain, he's a West Pointer, and he's a great guy. But he does things. He has his own way of doing things. So our base weight is a lot higher than 35 pounds, which is cool. It's good training, right? As long as nobody gets injured. So be very physically fit as possible, so you can focus on learning rather than focus on just sucking and hating your life, because you aren't as physically fit as you should be. So I'm kind of in the middle. I'm not a fat slob, but I'm not the most high-speed soldier here either. So I'm sucking a little bit for sure. I've got a lot of improvements to make before hopefully I can earn a Ranger slot while I'm down here, but we'll see what happens with that. So the next thing I want to go into is kind of just some of the big landmarks so far. So basic rifle marksmanship is pretty much the first thing that you're going to go into. There's 2 weeks of that as of now. It's really pretty easy weeks. You're going to be sleeping in the field a little bit at the range possibly, and it's going to be cake. You're going to go through there's a new Army qualification for basic rifle marksmanship that you're going to do. So they're transitioning, so that's going to be interesting. We just did the one that's been around forever, but it's changing. It's ever changing. Then you're going to go into land navigation. That's going to be probably the first hardest thing you do. So land navigation, you're probably going to go around 40 to 50 miles in between 4 and 5 days. So that's going to be tough, especially in the summer. The heat for me, since I'm from Ohio, it kicked my butt. So just make sure Pedialyte, okay, the infantryman's best friend, Pedialyte. Staying hydrated, because we've had heat casualties that have gotten kicked out or sent. They have to stay in headquarters company until the fall rolls around, because you can't. Once you're a heat cat, you're not going to be able to train in the summer here at Fort Benning or any military installation as long as you're in the Army. So definitely want to stay hydrated. That's a big thing. Also, people getting injured with their feet, breaking little bones in their feet, straining their ankles, hips, back. So that's part of that physical fitness before coming here. being able to do those motions, the pull-ups, the push-ups, the running, and then the rucking really over, uneven terrain. That's really going to get you. So be prepared in that way. So land navigation, yes, it was difficult. That was probably the hardest week so far, actually. This next week, we're going to be going into platoon live, or excuse me, squad live fire. Okay, so crawl, walk, run phase of the Army and all the training you do. It's exactly what you do down here at Fort Benning in the IBOLC course. They're going to break it down, the doctrine. It's all doctrine based. SOPs, they'll come later, but it's all doctrine based. So if you know ATP 3-21.8, you're going to be better off before you come down here. I definitely study up on that, as well as the Ranger 20 boards that you're going to need to know. Let's see here. Yes, so squad sticks lanes. I'm going to be going over live fire next. That's week 9. I'm kind of going off the cuff here, so I do apologize if it's a little choppy. I'm going to pull out a few things and show you guys kind of some good things to have with you when you come down. Obviously, bring the packing list. That's pretty much a given, but some things that I highly recommend that might not be on the packing list. Stand by. All right. Move this over here. Sorry for the messy room. It's a little bit better lighting anyways. So what do I have here? Got a bunch of crap. So they're going to issue you your ATP. This is pretty much your Bible while you're down here. It is ATP 3-21.8. So the infantry platoon and squad. This is what you're going to be learning. We duct tape them up for you guys. So when you come down, you're going to get one with a number, and that's going to be yours. So you're going to have to keep this waterproof, and it's going to go everywhere with you. It's going to go in your ruck, this extra weight, so you're going to want to waterproof it. It's already taped. You're either going to get a waterproof bag, bigger one than this. You're going to get a gallon Ziploc bag, duct tape the crap out of it, and that's going to waterproof it. So that's an option. Or you can get a Magpul DACA pouch. I really like these. You can put your maps in them. You can put your ATP in them, anything you want to keep waterproof. This is waterproof as long as it's not completely submerged. So if you're scuba diving, this is not something I would recommend. But for IBOLC, I would. They make smaller sizes too. Everything that you have, whether it's on your kit, in your ruck, you want to dummy cord that stuff down. So your knife, I dummy cord this to my waist, okay, so I don't lose my knife. You can dummy cord these bags down. When you have your nods and everything, you're going to dummy cord the J-arm and the Rhino mount to your helmet. You're going to dummy cord the nods down. If you have a Gerber, you're going to dummy cord that so you don't lose it. Everything's easy to lose when you're running on 2 hours of sleep and you're rucking, between 3 and 8 plus miles a day. You're going to, your brain's not going to be working at that 100%. Okay, so you're going to dummy cord everything down. These kneecaps right here, highly recommended. This is the one I've been using a lot. I don't always use both, but these are the Arc'teryx kneecaps. These are great, super lightweight. They're not going to soak up water. Highly recommended. Back to the waterproof bags. So this one is, it's a lock sack, I believe is what it's called, and I just taped it, so it's even more heavy duty than a regular Ziploc bag that you duct tape. Battle boards. So you can either buy the $1 million battle board, or you can make your own. A sergeant of mine or not a sergeant of mine, but a sergeant prior enlisted that I knew, made this for me. And I keep this, use it. It's great for op orders. If you're a platoon leader, squad leader, having all that pertinent information that you're going to need after you receive the operation order, and your map, all that fun stuff. If you're in the know, you're in the know, but definitely look up how to make a battle board on your own. Duct tape, plexiglass, some M clips or alligator clips, whatever you want to call them, works out great. If you have any questions on how to make one of those, feel free to message me. I said Pedialyte before. Lots and lots of Pedialyte. It's expensive, but it's going to save your life. This is a C-line map case. So obviously you're going to want a dummy cord to your kit, but I highly recommend put one of those collects the moisture, because the humidity down here, it's gonna all fog up. So you want to have that to collect the moisture, so it's not soaked in there 24/7. Another piece of gear that I highly recommend is the M9 compass. It is a Sunto compass, I believe, Sunto compass, and I have a piece of loom tape behind it, so it makes it so I can actually see it at night a lot better. So you don't have to pull out your GI compass every second. You know, if you're the point man, or you're the primary or secondary pacing or primary secondary compass, I highly recommend this for your patrols. But what can I say, really, more than what I've already said? This too. Lots of to laminate all your stuff. Some big things that I've learned while being down here is self-study. You're going to have to do it. You're going to have to do a lot of it, because they're going to give you the basics, but you need to refine. You know, when you're on your own, when you get a day off, on the weekends, you need to dive into this ATP, find what you don't understand, and read over it. Watch some YouTube videos. Get the Ranger Pro app. If you don't have that, it's going to go over the 20 boards and everything you need to know for Ranger School. So highly recommend that. I'm studying up on that. The Ranger Tactical Tasks, you're going to be going over those at IBOLC, but you're going to need to study. So lots of self-study. Find what you're not good at and hone those skills. Physical fitness. You're going to do PT in the morning, possibly in the field. I highly recommend that you come up with a good PT plan for the weekend, and in the evenings when you get off, when you're in garrison, and get after it. For your diet, highly recommend that you have a good diet plan. And then drinking. So I'm not a big drinker. Believe it or not, I'm one of the few here in the infantry that don't like to drink copious amounts of alcohol whenever we get the chance. So I would, recommend definitely have fun, but don't be stupid. Okay? You get a DUI, the Army's kicking your butt goodbye. You're out of here. I'm starting to ramble. I do apologize. If you have any questions at all, feel free to put the comments below. At the end of the day, it's the Army. Be in the right place, the right uniform, on the right time, with a good attitude, and you'll make it. Meet the standards, exceed the standards. Be prepared before you come down, and you'll be just fine. It's going to suck. But hey, if you want to be in the infantry, you got to be able to embrace the suck. It's the things that you go through. You're going to be able to have some good memories and some good stories at the end, if nothing else. It's going to show you the kind of person that you are, really deep down, how much you can take physically and mentally. Push past the limits that you've set for yourself. skipping around here. GI mags. I brought my own. Highly recommend these Magpul Ranger plates. It's easier to grab, get out of your kit when you're under nods at night. Ranger plates. That's pretty much it. In the description, I'll put more information that I am leaving out, because I'm leaving out a ton of stuff, but the video is already 16, almost 17 minutes long. So I know there's probably going to be people say, man, you didn't really organize your thoughts before you came into the video. You're not wrong. It's kind of all over the place. And you didn't tell me anything I didn't already know. Well, if that's the case, I do apologize. But I hope I gave you some information to at least think about. And if you have any questions at all, if you're going to IBOLC soon, let me know in the comments below, and I will answer them for you whenever I can. If it's not the weekend and I'm not in Garrison, it's not going to happen. But if you comment, I'll answer as soon as possible. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you supporting the page. Keep getting after it each and every day, and we'll see you next time.